So recently, Kamala Harris had a rally, and she had Meg the Stallion perform at this rally. And I kid y'all not, Meg the Stallion went up there singing body, yaddy, 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 and twerking, right? Now, this is my thing. I'm not coming from the perspective of someone who is inherently against those things, because that's not the stance that I'm taking. Quite honestly, I like some of Meg the Stallion's music, and if I had some rhythm, I would shake my behind too, okay? So I want to make it very clear that I am not making this video because I am against Meg the Stallion or against the type of music she makes or the way that she dances or anything like that, right? No, I am making this video because every time there's a presidential election, right? Both sides, the Democrats and the Republicans, they want the black vote, absolutely, right? But you'll notice that they never attempt to get the black vote by doing anything, substantial, like, oh, hey, reparations or something, right? No, instead, they do things like have Meg the Stallion perform at their rallies. Or remember when the news anchor guy said, oh yeah, black people will vote for Trump because they love sneakers. Seriously? Like, that's the way that you think you're going to get the black vote, because we like sneakers and you had Meg the Stallion and whatever, right? Again, the point I'm making is that both sides are guilty of this. Black people never get anything tangible. We never get anything substantial. All we get is Meg the Stallion twerking at the rally. Like, seriously? This right here is exactly why, well, not exactly why, okay, it's not the entire reason, but this is why I'm not voting. This is why I'm not voting, because neither side is going to do anything for black people, okay? And it's funny because I'm going to get a lot of comments. I'm going to get a lot of comments from people who look at me and see that I'm black, and they're immediately going to be like, oh yeah, you're a Democrat, the radical left, so and so and so. I don't care about either of these political parties, because quite frankly, neither of these political parties cares about me, right? The funniest thing in the world actually was when Donald Trump ran last time, and he told black Americans, y'all might as well vote for me. Y'all been voting for Democrats this whole time, and y'all got the worst schools, the worst everything, right? And I thought it was so funny because it's true. We've been voting for Democrats for so long, and they've done absolutely nothing for us, right? But I mean, look, Donald Trump got into office and he also did nothing for us. Whether it is Democrats or Republicans, they not going to do nothing for black people. You want to know what actually confuses me? I swear I must be in the Twilight Zone or something, because it's like there's no way I'm the only person who remembers this, right? When Joe Biden ran the first time, Kamala Harris initially ran against him. She was trying to get the Democratic nomination, right? And when I tell you black people dragged Kamala, they was like, oh, look at her when she was the I can't think of what position she was. It's not district attorney. I forget what it is, right? But it was like, look at her background. She locked up so many innocent black people, so and so and so, yada, yada, yada. They dragged her for filth until finally she dropped out of the race, right? And then later on, she was announced to be Joe Biden's running mate. And then suddenly all the black people were like, oh, we love Kamala. She's a black woman and an AKA and so and so and so. And I'm lost. Like, there was such a huge energy shift. Now, I'm not even going to get into the fact that Kamala Harris is not a black woman, okay? I'm very confused because I see so many black people like, oh, yeah, that's the AKAs. We gonna ski-wee at the voting polls and so and so and so. Like, I'm confused. Yeah, she is an AKA. Yeah, she is, right? But I know personally some non-black people who are in the D9, like in my personal life. I'm not talking about, oh, I saw this person on the internet, right? So how on earth does her joining the D9 make her black when her mama is Indian and her daddy is half black and half white? How did y'all get black from that? But you know what? That's not even the point of this video. I'll make a million more videos about that. Don't worry, right? What this video is about is the fact that the Democrats and the Republicans really treat black people like we a minstrel show, right? And this is my thing. Like I said, I'm not coming from the perspective of one of those people who is like, oh yeah, I don't like that type of music or that type of dancing or whatever. No, that's not my perspective. I listen to that type of music. If I could dance, I'd dance that type of way, right? But my thing is there's a time and a place for everything, right? So at a presidential rally, I'm expecting you to have black leaders who are up there, like political leaders, you know what I'm saying? Who are up there and are like, okay, what tangible things are you going to do for black people, right? That's what I'm expecting to see at a political rally. I'm not expecting to see Meg the Stallion shaking her ass. And the fact that that's what you had there and you think that's what's going to have black people like, oh yeah, let's vote for her. Come on now. My thing is this: black people are still being murdered by the police and nothing is happening. You know, nothing at all is happening. In fact, Sonia Massey was just murdered by the police, right? And instead of, you know, the Democrats and the Republicans being like, yeah, we're going to put forth some tangible change. Like, black people need an anti-hate bill in this country. You know what I'm saying? Instead of Democrats or Republicans actually doing something, instead, they got Meg the Stallion shaking her ass at a political rally. And they really think black people are going to be like, yeah, we're voting for you. You're down for us, definitely. And it's insulting because it's like, do you really think that I'm this stupid? Like it's actually insulting. Now, I know a lot of black people are going to comment under this video and they're going to tell me that I should vote for Kamala anyway because she's the lesser of two evils, right? But this is my thing. This is my thing, okay? Maybe she's the lesser of two evils for white women and non-black people of color and whoever else, right? But when it comes to black people, Kamala Harris has a long track record that is just as anti-black as Donald Trump's. So if y'all to be sitting here and talking about, yeah, she's the lesser of two evils, for who? Because not for us, right? But that's the issue with black people. Y'all so used to muling for every community and not getting shit yourselves. Like, that's one of our very many issues. I'm going to be honest with y'all, and this is the best way I can sum it up, right? The Republicans are wolves. They straight up wolves, and they're more upfront about it, right? The Democrats, on the other hand, are wolves in sheep's clothing. So they're also wolves. You know what I'm saying? They're going to do the same thing as the Republicans, right? But they're not as upfront. They'll smile in your face and actually pretend to be your friend. And honestly, I'm tired of this. As a black person, I'm not gaining anything from either of these parties. Therefore, I will not be voting. And like I said, I know there's going to be a lot of black people commenting and telling me, oh, Flower Tower, you should vote anyway because, you know, like Donald Trump has straight up white supremacists following him. And it's like, okay, I get that because, I mean, you know, Kamala Harris, she's not white. So, you know, white supremacists are not going to follow her, right? But she's not black, okay? So all the anti-black, non-black people of color are going to follow her. And they're just as anti-black as any white supremacist. That's what y'all are failing to confront.